Welcome back, Global War in 1939. We are moving on to Japan's third turn of the game, so let's take a look at some of our options here. First, our purchases. Now, we are using our sneak attack, so immediately, before anything happens, we collect an additional $35. We've already gone ahead and done that. So we have 84 to spend total. So in that, we're going to upgrade our factory, or the military base in Siam is now getting upgraded to a medium factory for cost of 8. A battleship, a fleet carrier, 2 artillery, a light tank, our 2nd Airborne, 2 Special Naval Landing Force, 6 infantry, and then our Siamese ally is producing force as well. So that is all $84. Now, just to recap how sneak attacks work, it's you choose up to 3 territories with a country you're not already at war with. So to be, in our case, U.S., Britain, Russia. You can't use against China because you're already at war with China. So you choose 3 sea zones, territories, whatever. You conduct combat like normal. However, the first round of combat, the defender does not return fire, which is very handy. And then all the surviving attacking units at the end of that battle, they're allowed to move again in the non-combat phase as if they never moved at all. So all their movements get reset and they can move again. Now, if you use it against the American fleet, and this only goes with the U.S., not with the Commonwealth. If you use it against the American fleet, then the remainder of the battle after the first round, they get a -2 on all their defense values. But that doesn't work with the Commonwealth. It's only the first round they don't return fire. So we will be using it against the Commonwealth. Yes, this does give the Americans a +20 on their income track. Right now, they're already sitting at 40, so this is going to push them up to 60. So that's a pretty big deal for the Americans. So right now, basically, they just need to roll a 20. So on the next turn, if they're able to roll a 20, then essentially they can declare war on the end of their next turn. So once they roll for their economy, if they roll 20 or higher, the max they could possibly roll is 24. Then they can declare war at the end of their turn. All right, so our sneak attack targets. We have 3 to choose from, any Commonwealth, territory, whatever. So we're definitely going to Singapore. Now, Singapore has a fort. However, it's only being faced towards the ocean. So if you come in via land, the fort does nothing. It's as if it's not even there. So we could fight those, and we're just going to obviously come from Siam. And then in the non-combat phase, they can move back for defense. That'd be great. The next place is going to be Sea Zone 88. It's not really a lot going on here, but there is 3 Dutch vessels that we can get out of the game, and then there'll be a little bit of less Commonwealth fleet that we have to worry about. And then the third attack, outside of this, there's really nothing in range. Not really. So we're going to use it on the ships in Sea Zone 68. There is a transport there. Get that out. It also knocked down another destroyer. So I think that would be great for us. And then additional attacks. Well, we're also going to attack this transport here. Is out in the open. Might as well. Now that we're declaring war on the Commonwealth, this frees up all Siamese units to move around freely. Prior to this destroyer was not able to move. The infantry couldn't move. But now they're able to freely move and attack. Additionally to that, there's an empty territory up here in Sashi is just open, so we're going to use one of our cavalry, blitz in, blitz out, and recapture that territory. And then outside that, it's just going to be non-combat, unit placement, and wait for the Allies to response. Okay, so to conduct these battles, let's take care of this first. This small Dutch fleet, well, we're going to bring down 2 destroyers from 106. Yes. That's going to come into 88. We also got 2 zeros with a movement of 5 from 95. They're going to move down 1, and we got 4 left in our movement. So we're hoping this is enough. They don't get a return fire. We'll have to see what the dice rolls. This transport here, we're going to come in with our destroyer, 1v1. Not a big deal. For these destroyer transport, we're going to come in with 2 veteran fighters and a regular fighter. And then for Singapore is going to be another veteran fighter, all 5 infantry. And then we're going to bring in on our bomber, which has a range of 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and land in Cyan. No problem. And then for the attack up here, it's just going to be a blitzing. We're going to take one of our cavalry, enter, recapture the territory, and then move up to Deling. So that is back under our control. Now, we're probably not going to hold it. It'll probably be recaptured, but it'll give us $1 extra for 1 turn at least. All right, so let's start running these battles. Let's do all the sneak attack battles first, and then we'll get into non-combat. Okay. So let's do the Dutch. They got a coastal sub, cruiser, destroyer, and we got 2 zeros, 2 destroyers of our own. Okay, so anything that hits, they don't return fire. So destroyers at 4, 4-6, excellent, and fighters at 6s. 3-7. Okay, so that's 2 hits. So obviously the lower of the ships. So the coastal sub, destroyer, and now they got a cruiser of their own. All right, so round 2, destroyers, both miss. Fighters at 6. 10-12. Oh man, this was a mistake. 11. Good, we got away with it. All right, round 3, destroyers, 4s, nothing. Fighters 6-7. Perfect. We got our hit. He returns. He's got a 4, so we lose 1 destroyer. All right, not the result we wanted, but we'll take it. The second sneak attack. So this one's a little easier. We just need 3 hits total. Fighters at 7. 9-7, so we kill 1. Has to be the destroyer. And then the fighter at 6. At 8. Okay. Round 2. Fighters at 7. 5-3. Perfect. He returns. A 4. Miss. Excellent. Alright, so that's another transport off the map. And all these fighters go away. The last sneak attack into Singapore. This is the one that really actually matters. This is the one I care about the most, actually. All right, so 5 infantry at 2. Got a 1, excellent, and the rest are misses. Bomber at 4. 7-12. They both miss, and then our fighter at 7. 5. So perfect. So we kill 2 guys. They don't return fire. Now round 2. Infantry at 2. All miss. Okay, that's not too bad. Bomber at 4s. 2-12. Excellent. He returns with an 8. Can you see that? Yes. Perfect. All right, so he's dead. Those dice were not that great, actually. But we only lost a destroyer out of everything. So that's not too bad, I guess. Could have been a lot worse. Oh, one last battle would be the destroyer versus transport. Okay. So the white dice will be the Anzac transport, and this will be the Japanese destroyer. Destroyer is hitting at 4, and the transport is at 1. 4 for the destroyer. 1, 3. Excellent. So let's go. Okay, so that goes back on the map. So let's move back. Now we're into the... That's all the battles. Now the non-combat phase. So anything involved in the sneak attacks are allowed to move again. So everything in... And the fort gets destroyed. And we take ownership. Excellent. All right, so now all the 5 infantry, the bomber fighters, they're going to come back up to Siam for the defense of that. The fighters in 68 already went back to Siam. And then for the destroyer here, it's going to move up to 108. So all these are done. For the fighters, we'll do that in a second. Now, if we look up here, the American moved their navy next to Wake. Now, I understand, or Midway, sorry. I understand that is their territory. However, that navy is really close to our capital. I view this as a declaration of war, unofficially, of course. But we must... yeah, we that's a pretty devastating or pretty aggressive move against our empire. So we must respond. Our navy in 95, that's going to come up to 121, and we do have 5 transports, which is this navy here. So it's up to 121. We do have 5 transports, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're bringing the tank, 7 Special Naval Landing Force, and 2 veteran infantry. On this side, we are taking our navy here. So the 2 light carriers, they're going to come up to 136. The transports are coming up as well, and we should have 4. We have 7 transports, and we're going to load them up with units as well. So 7 transports. So that's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, no, sorry. I'm going to put a guy back and take the artillery instead. So we are going in on the transports. 5 Special Naval Landing Force, 3 heavy artillery, 2 regular artillery, 2 infantry, veteran infantry, and airborne infantry. And that's all on the transports in 136. We still got 3 destroyers, so it's a few more infantry that we can bring. So we're going to jump down to 106, grab 3 veteran infantry, back to 124, and then into 125. And we're going to offload them in Tokyo. Okay. Okay. So that is it for that. Now, the 2 fighters that we left for now, we said we had a range of 5. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and land back on their carriers. So they're good to go. That is it for the Navy. Now up here in Manchuria. These 2, tactical and the fighter, are going to fly back to Tokyo. Everything in Chahar is going to move back to Daling. The guy in Peking is going to move up to Daling. And the guy in Manchuria is also going to move into Daling. This fighter here, he's going to fly down to Siam. Okay. That is it for the Japanese. For movement. Now, unit placement. For Siam, we have a military base, so that will allow us to put a man down. And then our free Siamese soldier has to go there as well. And now we'll upgrade the factory to a minor. So next turn, we can start putting 3 units in there. And you can't build the factory on top of the military base. The military base cannot be in the same territory as a factory, so it's one or the other. That's why we're upgrading it. Slightly cheaper, too, by doing it that way. It only costs 8 instead of 12. The battleship and carrier are going into 125. Yes. And then everything else has to go on to our home island, as this is our only production facilities. We can't really build anywhere else. For right now, anyways. Okay, so that is all there. Now, income. All right, so now with the capture of Singapore, we do get 1 bonus. So, territorial, we're at 49, plus the $5 increase for the bonus. So, it puts us at 54 for the next turn. So, Japan got $54, and passing everything off over to the Allies. And perfect. All right, well, thank you for watching. Have yourself a great day.